Hi, Mag.
What's
You
up, man?
poor pitiful dog. Drooling on the bricks. All right, let's roll with this thing. Hey guys, it is Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Actually, many of you may still be having a weekend since I think today is a holiday. But we're working. So we got lots of things to go over. I'm going to hit a few questions. First of all, I want to just say thanks for the great support and reaction from Friday's newsletter about the show that was all sign carvers of the day. You guys, I think based on what I saw, you guys are liking it. So it was so much fun, so we will definitely do that again. Not sure when, so for sure, keep sending me those pictures. Keep sending me questions, because I need that for content, so keep sending me that stuff. Anyway, so first question today. What would be, and I'm sorry I don't have names on these questions. I normally do that, but I somehow lost them. But what would be the thinnest timber thickness you would use? The thinnest. So you guys know that one of my favorite materials, especially for my small stuff, is this cedar fencing. And this is right, I measured it, this is right at about 5/8. And I could use thinner. I like 5/8, at least 5/8, but I have used as thin as 1/2 inch, but I wouldn't go less than 1/2 inch. Now for you, for those of you that are in another country, the metric system, I can't tell you what that is. You'll have to figure that out. So I'm thinking 1/2 inch is probably about as thin as I would use material, because if you're cutting into there 1/4 inch or thereabouts, you're cutting half of that thickness away, and I wouldn't go any thinner than that. So that, kind of a simple question, but I thought I'd throw that out there because I don't know that I've ever answered that before. Okay, question number 2. Oh, this one, I've got 3 questions I'm going to go over. The second question is about what kind of spray adhesive that I use. I use both of these, and I've had decent luck with both of them. I think this 3M77, I think, is probably the most popular of the two, but I've used this Loctite stuff too, and it worked just fine. So the reason I use this, the way I use this, you could go back and watch some of the videos where I'm sticking artwork down on a board. The way I do it now is I put masking tape down, then I stick my paper or my artwork down with spray adhesive, and then route right through it if I'm not using my vinyl stuff. But anyway, that's what I like. Now the third question is, was just watching the Valentine's template video, and I thought you said something about putting sanding sealer on the wood before you spray your letters. I just found you guys and haven't found a video on that yet. So I've done many videos on that. Number 68, I know for sure, I talk about sanding sealer. Now the only time I use sanding sealer, again for many of you that are new, this is Select Pine. When I have boards or signs that need to be wider than what the fencing comes in for me, I use Select Pine a lot of the time. If it's going to be, a 12-inch board, about 11 1/4 actually. This is what I use my sanding sealer on. This is the sanding sealer that I use currently. I've used a lot of different kinds, but this is a water-based sanding sealer by Minwax. Works really well. I just slop it on there, but I use it, make sure that, there's some guys that use it after you do the carving. For me, I use it right when I get this material back from where I buy it from. I get the sanding sealer on it right away. So this has sanding sealer on it. Just one coat is all it takes. And it really lessens the fact that black that you spray on your board after you've carved it, or even for your layout, for doing layout letters on there, it lessens the chance that black is going to bleed into the grain of the board. With the cedar, I don't use a sanding sealer because I never had an issue with that actually bleeding into the grain of the board. Okay, so that is number 2. No, that was number 3. That was actually 3 different questions. So, remember, I want to remind you guys, here's a kind of a screenshot of our channel. Remember, if you guys have anything specific that you're looking for videos on, because we got over 500 of them now. Was it not showing up? Oh.
Oh, the other way.
This way?
Yeah. Nope.
No?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, right here there's a little hourglass. That is a channel search just for videos on our channel. If you search up in the big window up in here, then you'll get, you know, all of YouTube. But this is a search just for our channel if you want to find out about sanding or, you know, how to clean router bits or any number of different things. And we have playlists as well. So a lot of times you can go to the playlist and see a whole bunch of videos on one specific subject. But if you can't find a playlist for what you're looking for, try that channel search. When you guys ask me questions about what video would cover that, that's exactly how I do it, because I can't remember all the different videos. I can barely remember to get up in the morning. Anyway, all right, that is it. Sign covers of the day. Here we go. Really cool stuff. It's almost the end of football season, but here's one that, well, I guess this wouldn't necessarily be football season. I just think football. But evidently a house that has two different favorite teams, which I think it was really cool. And I've seen this done several different ways, but I really like this version. Turned out really, really well. Especially with that hole, that knot hole right in the center. Looks really cool. And last but not least, Oliver. I believe Dublin, Ireland is where he's at. Really neat piece of live edge. What does it say? Larch. That's the kind of wood it is. That must be indigenous to Ireland. But I love it. It's got that kind of a, I don't know what font that is, kind of a Celtic type of font, but it's really cool, really neat. I love the live edge stuff. I got to do more of that stuff. Anyway, I guess that is it. The LTS, remember, thank you, my dear, for reminding me, is on the 28th. So if we're not friends yet on Facebook, go down in the description, and my name is Eric Roten is in there. Send me a friend's request and I'll respond to it right away. And then when we go live on the 28th, which will be, what do we say, 9 o'clock Arizona time, you'll get notified, so you can chime in. We're going to do a big Q&A. I'm going to be doing a demo and a Q&A. So I guess that is about it for today. So please, please, please give us a thumbs up if you liked this. And also keep those questions coming, guys. I know that there's tons of you out there that have questions. Keep them coming. And if you do ask questions, the best way to ask questions and get me to respond as soon as possible is to send it to my email, eric@makeawoodsign.com, and that's in the description below as well. I know a lot of you make comments on Facebook and the comments in YouTube. That's a great place to put questions too. Facebook, sometimes there's so many different places that people can put questions that sometimes I miss them. So the fastest way for me to respond to a question is definitely on my email, because I check that 30 times a day. So anyway, thanks again, guys, for all the support. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful to you, and we will see you in a couple days. We'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.